When we're young, our parents tell us make new friends and keep the old. One is silver and the other is gold. But today, more and more Americans are coming up short in the friendship department. Here to tell us how we can get the abundance of friendship that we need to live richer lives is Florence Ann Romano, author of Build Your Village, a guide to finding a joy and community in every stage of life. Hello.
Hi, so happy to be with you.
Yeah, we're happy to have you on. So you talk about a friendship recession. Why do you call it that and how did we get here?
It sounds terrible, doesn't it? You're like, no more recession talk of any kind. But I think what we found after COVID is that people's support systems just kind of disappeared. That was one globally unifying thing you could find actually during COVID is we all understood what it meant to lose the arms around us, our community, our people. And as we start to kind of go back to more normalcy, one thing you would think would go back to normal is wanting to be social, being with people again, going to events, going out and enjoying people's company. And then you think to yourself, gosh, those yoga pants and Netflix, that's a little bit more exciting. I think that going out and being with people. And so all of a sudden, we're not engaging people anymore the way that we were. And that's why I feel there is a recession with friendships because we're not putting in the effort anymore to really make those relationships work and pursue them.
Yeah, and I can see how you were mentioning kind of self isolating during that time period of the pandemic really made some
Right.
changes. So, whether we're single or married with kids, some might feel like, hey, I'm fine as is, but are there some needs that
Right.
friends can meet?
It's so important to actually do that evaluation though, figuring out what it is that I want. And I think we wake up sometimes and wonder why we feel depleted or why we feel disconnected. And it could be because we're not putting that effort in. And so it could be different groups of people that you look at too. All right, maybe you're a college student. You need to start joining more committees or organizations that make your heart beat. That's something you're passionate about, even if it's a philanthropic cause. If you're single, divorced, widowed, dating again, maybe downloading one of those apps, as horrible as it is, but you're going to commit to 10 minutes a day of swiping just to make some sort of concerted effort to make a change. And in perhaps the work scene, we're still all in this kind of weird hybrid thing. Look, we're talking on Zoom right now. It's
Right.
probably not going anywhere, but it's part of our world today. So maybe you don't want to go and meet someone out in person, but you see someone on meetings all the time that you're in and you're like, you know what, we have a good time, we get along, I like their personality. I'm going to ask them to just do a little virtual coffee with me, 20 minutes between meetings that we're always in together. And that's a way to make a connection. So again, it's small steps for big results that you're looking to acquire or attain.
Oh, I like that. And do you have any special tips for parents who want to make new friends?
I know that seems like an oxymoron for some parents too, in thinking making new friends, but you do have a built-in friend group if you should want it with your children because of the school that they go to or the daycare. And so asking maybe someone that you see in the carpool lane all the time that you're maybe making small talk with, what is it that they're interested in? Are they part in any organizations in the community? Do they volunteer anywhere? And see if maybe that sparks some interest for you. But volunteering in general at your child's school or in the community is a great way to make those connections.
I like that. Parents do got a built in friend group, like you mentioned. And what are some ways we can learn to rely on others and allow them to rely on us, which is one of the great benefits of having really good, solid friendships?
You want to make sure it's reciprocal. I know people oftentimes can give and give and give, and then they often feel like they're depleted. They feel like, gosh, I'm just not feeling as filled up as I would like. And that's usually because you're the giver and you're not in those relationships with people where it is finding that reciprocity. So making sure that you are not keeping score of what's going on in your friendships, but finding a way to fill the void, finding a way to be be there and showing up for people. And that's a great way to kind of break through what can oftentimes be debilitating for people when it feels like you don't know what to give. Because I think giving makes people think you have to show up in a monetary way, or you have to always be going out of your way and putting yourself last. And that's not it. It's just being aware of what's needed, and also you asking for what you need to, and not feeling guilty about it, not feeling bad that you need to ask for that help, because I guarantee there's going to be a time where that circle comes up. You're going to come up around that circle again, and you're going to be providing that for someone. That's the beauty of friendship, is that we can be there for each other, and it balances out.
I like that. And if Florence Ann, it's a way that we can help build your village, like the name of your book. I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information. Thank you so much for joining us. You can visit florenceann.com.